Hey class, this is the first of tentative many videos. Lots of issues to go through. I'm going to forget them all, go through them as I remember them. A lot of information in here. This is the first pass at recording videos. I recorded a bunch last year. I think your hard work will certainly be acknowledged and rewarded. So don't let other people's position or their knowledge intimidate you. Uh, you know, when someone knows something that you don't know, that's because they put the hard work in to learn that. You're not any less because you don't know that. You're just at a different space. You know stuff that they don't know. Don't let people or things or positions or whatever intimidate you. It's personal information. I thought this would be useful. So I grew up in a very white town. It was the K through 12 was just pretty much boring, unchallenging. So I kind of floated off in other directions. So one of those directions was when I was 16, I discovered music, became a musician, spent the next 7 years working in a grocery store and working as a musician, and which is, as you'll see, one of the reasons I can't hear well. So I started academia when I was 22. I came to Cal Poly when I was 25 in 1986, and I graduated when I was roughly 30 years old. So I always academia. There's always a ton of pressure at every level. I don't really understand it. It's really, I think it's more hurtful than helpful. I think people are always testing you in academia. They're always seeing if you're good enough. When I really think they should be helping you. So lastly, I am a luthier. I'll call myself a luthier. I'll fix your violin, your viola, or your cello if you got it, and I'll restring your bows as you got them. Not really, because it's going to be a busy quarter, but that's my outside life. So I'm going to pass out some student surveys, and there's a couple questions on it. I'd like you to fill those out, email them back to me. You don't have to fill them out, just put a name on it. That's more than sufficient. Okay, so my only requirement here is that you learn the material after week 10, I guess week 9, I don't know, by the end of the class. So my teaching experience was, and student experience was I got really good grades. I didn't learn anything. I got really good at predicting what teachers would put on exams, and I never really understood the material initially, and I was really good at memorizing solutions. So that's not going to work in this class. I want you to learn the material. If you learn the material, you do good in the class. So the respect policy was was the notion of in class. I left it here just for the hell of it. Was that you know, if you got to do something in class, like work on your phone or your computer, just do it. It's not a big deal. So cheating policy is completely out the door here, being an online class. You know, the idea is to learn. There's going to be ways to cheat. I encourage you to put effort into learning rather than working around learning. So I still can't hear right. It's really a problem online because the quality of the audio is pretty low. I hope you all treat each other with respect. I do want to have some online forums, and hopefully people will be active in those, be nice to each other. And I left this in here just for the hell of it. Don't come to class if you're sick. Okay. So once again, it's an online course. I'm completely new to it. I really have no idea what I'm doing. I've outlined my approach. Essentially, it's try stuff, get some feedback, and modify it if necessary. So once again, my responsibilities are help students learn. I think I kind of knew what that was before, but now that it's online, it's completely different. And I need to assess how students learn. So that's, you know, once again, online assessment, which is something I'll know more about next week, but not so much now. So the big issue now is, once again, is you got to provide me with feedback. It's the only way this is going to work with any reasonable amount of quality. Give me feedback, please. So, like I said, I think we've gone through this. The the course, this is a new course. I'm still very uncomfortable with teaching this because there's really no viable courseware material. There are 3 books out there, but they're not worth it. I mean, some of the stuff helps, but it's a lot of money. And what I've been doing, it's not worth buying. What I've been doing is trying to create a text. Last quarter, I spent a ton of time creating learning resources, and that's going to really help out this quarter. I've been working solidly over the break here to get a viable book going. We'll see how that goes. So I plan on keeping it 1 week ahead of the course and kind of learn stuff as I go along, since the online testing and assignments, Zoom and forums are new to me. We'll see how it goes. So the state of the courseware is, let me adjust this here. The book is about 70% complete. I mean, it is missing exercises at the end of the chapters, but I'm not going to get to that. I do hope to do a brain dump on the rest of the 30% of the book, so you can have something when you get there. So I should be able to catch up as the weeks go by. Lab manual is 95% complete. I'll be modifying stuff as I go along to make the stuff kind of online. And this is the first video, so by the time maybe you listen to this video, I'll have the first week of videos done. So once again, the plan here is probably every, I don't know, Sunday or Monday, download the newest lab manual and the newest text. Yeah, tentative day in class. I'll sign reading, I'll have videos, there'll be sample problems. You'll be working on lab assignments, and I do plan on having quizzes on Friday. So you should do the reading, watch the videos, work through the sample problems, do the labs, and do the quizzes. I don't know how else to say it. Okay, the Zoom hours, like I said, it's listed. I'll be Zooming in for the class hours, and then there's some Zoom office hours also. We'll see how that goes. Big mystery, I don't know. I just don't know how this is going to work, but I'm dedicated to making it work. My plan is to be available and flexible. I think the key to making this work is kind of communication, and which includes getting feedback from all you listeners out there. Okay, so that's the first video done. We'll see how it goes.